Their way out of the tunnel, pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Elliott.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win. So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Second down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking long for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. I'm going to call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Wentz. That's caught by Jackson.
Wentz is
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
At the 42-yard line.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cedric Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Cowboys 7, Eagles 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Gallman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wayne Gallman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play, they're on right 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
Cowboys.
Prescott off play action. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Some room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
They deep on the ground with Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
from the shotgun again to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's out to the left and complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crowd. 31's the mic.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott to throw this time. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
At the 47-yard line.
You're not going to get me. 31's the mic.
Trey 15. Trey 15.
31's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From the gun, it's Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And Tate's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This is Gallman. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Wentz going to throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And got his man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. This is Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
And it's 3rd down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out. And that That one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
31's the mic. That's a screen. Pass. 31's the mic. All day.
Now Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Gallman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
on 3rd down. It's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point. Yeah,
and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Gallman will run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Wayne Gallman with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Sanders. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
31's the mic. I got one. 31's the mic. You got nothing today. 31's the mic.
On first down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Prescott from the gun. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And he fires one incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, then an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Soon on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Emmanuel.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Elliott. This will go for 5 up to the 33. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st down.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas.
Blake Jarwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Cowboys 21.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
31's the mic. Coming to you, coming to you.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Now Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down.
They know that is so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Jalen Mills in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Trying to run for it with Pollard. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go now with Olave. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Down, Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you didn't mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
You got 3 down, 3 down. 31's the mic.
Hey, watch the leg.
31's the mic. No chance.
Kill.
31's the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
2 times. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Switch it.
Now Wentz. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That's good.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 31's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Shit.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 4th.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do?
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
I don't think there's any great secret or mystery here. We're in the 4th quarter. You've got to take that shot, especially since you're down on the scoreboard. But I have to understand what was going on defensively. They've got to know that as well, don't they?
Absolutely, but they looked lost defensively, and they took that shot, got in the end zone, now in position here to take the lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
That's caught at the 25. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not much there, only a yard.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. A little drama there at the end, but really the series already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs. That's exactly what they did.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.